Hello, it's us. I've not really had anything to talk about over the winter because I've just been surviving the terrible weather. But yeah, it's finally starting to look up a little bit, and we recently managed to do our first sailing trip of the year. So we did it on Nick's boat, and you have made quite a lot of improvements, I would say, to the boat over the winter.
Yeah, I replaced all of the halyards, basically every piece of running rigging.
The new oven, I think, is quite a good upgrade.
Yes, yeah, that was another thing. You would go out to the local bay or whatever and have to bring a packed lunch, so we got a proper gas oven now.
We set out on...
It was a weekday.
Yeah, it was a Thursday.
Took the day off work.
I think we had a pretty uneventful motor over there. We didn't really have any wind.
At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be...
Yeah, we got there and we pretty much just went to bed, didn't we? Because it was late.
Yeah, dropped the anchor and had a cup of tea, and then that was it until the next morning.
So the next morning we got up, had some breakfast, and then I had to work. I basically worked all morning.
Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter.
Worked all morning and then we took our lunch to shore.
Yes, had a picnic on the beach.
Yeah, and a little wander afterwards. And then got back to find that we'd left the dinghy not very far from the sea, but the tide had gone out so far.
The tides were quite big, and the tidal range in this part of the UK is huge. It's one of the highest tidal ranges in the world. It had gone out quite a distance, and we had quite a way to walk with quite a heavy dinghy.
Without you I never could have moved away, but now I see what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. One day I'll be
We hadn't yet tested the outboard on the dinghy, so
yeah, so we got back to the boat and I had to do a little bit more work, and then after that we decided to go and test the outboard.
brand new outboards, so you're supposed to run them in. We took it over to an adjacent beach. It was probably a 2 or 3 mile round trip, if not maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, we didn't actually go ashore, we just kind of went up pretty close to the beach and then turned around and came back again.
Yeah, really pleasing. The dinghy performed quite well as well.
It's a lot more spacious than the old one, which is quite nice.
life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing.
After that we unfortunately had to head home again because the wind was going to change and we were worried it was going to get a bit rolly in the anchorage.
Pulling up the anchor, we set quite a lot of chain out, so that was fun to pull up. Quite a lot of starfish attached to the chain, and I felt a bit sorry for them, so very carefully picking them off and sending them back home.
I was there in the cockpit like, what's taking so long?
Yeah, then we motored out of the bay, but Bethany wanted to try a bit of sailing and have replaced all of the running rigging.
What's the point if you don't sail?
Yeah, we got into deeper water, and then we pulled the sails out. There was a bit of a lazy breeze, and we spent some time doing maybe about 4 knots.
Life changes, just open the door. One thing's certain, I'll always be yours.
Yeah, so we got back in, it was uneventful, which is good, that's what we want. And then a couple of days later we went to see the Spanish galleon.
Yes, it's a modern replica. I think it was built around 2010. It had sailed into our proximity, so we thought we'd buy some tickets and go and have a look. It was only about half an hour before we were due to go on board, and we had a thunderstorm.
Yeah.
And
we were eating ice creams, we just gone and got ice cream.
Just gone to buy ice cream, and then we heard some funny noises, and it turned out to be thunder, and then the rain started, and it carried on for probably about 45 minutes, by which point I got quite wet, having left my coat behind.
Yeah.
But fortunately the skies cleared as we were queuing for the galleon, so we managed to dry out just about, and then have quite a pleasant look around.
Yeah, not much to say about it really, but I will put in all the clips that I took so you can see. It was quite crowded, so it was a bit hard to get sort of clear shots of things, but did my best. So that's it from us for now. Hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully we'll be doing more sailing very soon. Bye bye! I know a lot of people will probably be curious about my boat as well, so I just wanted to add a really quick update. There isn't really actually anything to say. I didn't get anything done this winter. I had big plans, and it turned out the winter was just so horrendous with all the wind and rain and everything that my mental health was, to be honest, not in a great place. I just didn't feel like I had the capacity to do anything beyond the bare minimum, like fixing giant leaks. Now that the weather's getting a bit better, I suddenly have a lot more motivation to try and fix things. Obviously left it a bit late really, but hopefully I can manage to get some stuff done and have a hope of actually using my boat this season. And yeah, definitely I'll be doing lots of trips on Nick's boat as well. So that's where I'm at. I'm sorry it's not sort of more exciting news, but there we are. Thanks again for watching, and see you next time.